Good morning. I'm sitting here reading y'all's comments. I like to know about y'all. So, like, learning what you do for a living or what you did for a living kind of helps, like, things stick in my. Okay, first of all, Diane, I did not know you were a cook for 40 years. Cheryl was in the Army, was a paramedic. I knew Jane was a school teacher. Diane, I did not know that. You know, I love y'all chatting with each other. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason I like y'all to chat with each other is because I am on a mission. I am on a mission to build a team. This is not Judy and Sneed's farmhouse. This is Judy and the backup dancers, right? So in order for us to dance, we have to build a team of dancers because there's times when Karen gets in left field or Cheryl gets in left field or Diane struggles with a medical problem or Dawn has her kids are driving her crazy. Like we're all going to go through life at different moments. And in order for us to dance, we need backup dancers to help us to get on track, right? And so Seed's Farmhouse, I want to be a safe place. So when Karen's in left field, she can jump on here at 6:45 in the morning and Diane's going to go, "Girl, how are you?" And Karen's going to go, "I am in left field." And then Diane's going to encourage Karen to dance and then Karen's going to get out of the funk to dance. It can't just like I can't do it all, right? There's no way. I'm not Superwoman. I can't encourage every single one of y'all. But if we build a team, then this team can help encourage each other, right? So it doesn't like I don't have to feel the pressure of trying to make every single one of you dance because there's one of me. So I need to build this team so we can encourage each other to dance when we need it. And I want it to always be a safe place for any of you to come. And not that, not everyone likes to share all their gory details about their life being in left field or whatever. But, I want it to be a safe place to come where you know that these backup dancers are going to encourage you to dance. Kayla will be here in a minute, so we're not going live until Kayla gets back on, but she'll be here in a minute. Her computer crashed. Well, it didn't crash. She forgot to turn the power on. And that is important to turn the power on when your laptop's about to die. Good morning, Andale. So, Stephanie, last year I gave goodie bags to Children's Hospital with my books in it. So when you're here, if I can give back and give you some books to give the kids that are in the hospital on December the 9th, remind me because I might go brain dead. But I will give you some books to give some of the children that are in the hospital at Children's Hospital. And maybe you can go read to them. I don't know if you have time, but I'd be glad to. But at the time when I gave them, COVID was running rapid, so I couldn't go in there and read them my book. So, I almost said France Hamrick. I can't remember your first name, and then you said, I was like, "Oh yeah, Lynn." Good morning, Lynn. You sweet little soul of yours. Vet school? What? Why did I know that? Good morning, Becky. We're going to wait a few minutes because it's not quite 7 o'clock yet. And good morning, Heidi. My little Penny Lane shirt. In memory of Penny Lane. God love her. Okay, Kayla. Haley bought this or had this made for me for my birthday one year. I think it's so cute. Good morning, Tammy. I'm sorry you're hurting. You came to the right place to get encouragement. Good morning, Wanda. Okay, Kayla's here. It's 7 o'clock. It's time to get started. And I don't even know where I want to. Normally, I put on my watch first. I put my watch first on. If you're joining me for the first time and you see Sneed's Farmhouse texting and you think that I've got human powers and or magic powers and can text and talk at the same time, I am not that talented. So you'll see Kayla. Kayla is my moderator, and she is commenting. So if you have a question or whatever, you could answer. But if you don't know, when I take my glasses off, I become blind. So I cannot see. So you're welcome to ask questions and Kayla can answer them. So let me show you this. I went and bought this fancy little watch band. It's real help me. I can't think of the word. Anyway, I've got my watch on charge, so I can't put it on first. All right. I basically it's kind of an off day for me. But like sometimes when I think it's an off day, then the doctor calls and we have to like rush to the doctor's office. So I really don't feel like getting ready. I just do not. And I'm not liking my short hair because I can't put it in a cute ponytail. And I can't decide if I guess I need to get ready. Maybe it would make me feel better, but my hair's not like terribly. It's still got, okay. I'll talk myself into it. I'll get ready, dadgummit. You feel better when you get ready. Okay. And I need to film today. So, half the time, if you watch my videos, some people are like, she looks terrible. Why didn't she like do something with herself? Because I can't always, okay? Like sometimes I'm just not feeling it, okay? So if you watch my videos and my hair looks atrocious and I look terrible, listen, if you question why I look the way I do, this is my thing. If you watch someone and you think, God, they look terrible, I suggest you come to Coleman, Alabama, and spend 1 week with me. Just spend 1 week with me and see what my life is like. And then it will answer the questions like, why didn't she put on her makeup this morning? She looks terrible in this video. Yeah, you're right. I do. But I want you to come spend 1 week with me and see what I do. And then you'll understand why sometimes my hair looks atrocious or sometimes I look like who to thunk it, because I'm thinking I am who to thunk it at the time. Okay. Like when you see videos of me, you're not getting, I am not getting made up to go do a video. You're getting the raw end of Sneed's farmhouse. Okay. That is what you're getting. You're getting the true Aunt Judy. And the true Aunt Judy cannot be a rock star every day. Okay. I wake up and I'm in a different mood every single day. I'm not the same. And so some mornings I get up and I feel like getting ready. Some mornings I'm like, I just can't do it, but I have to film today. And oh my gosh, I'm going to just be who I am. And so hopefully if you spend 30 days with me, you'll get to know me and you won't think, I cannot believe she is filming looking like that. Because in 30 days, you're going to realize why, when it's my day off, I don't feel like doing anything. It's because your Aunt Judy's tired. Okay. I'm just like you. There's days when I just can't do it. All right, so let's get ready. Glasses are coming off, so Kayla is becoming in charge. We're going to start. Last time I met with y'all, well, I think I went live. Did I go live Friday for just, it was a surprise live. So I'm going to start with, I think it was Wednesday. Okay, yes. So Wednesday, I had a field trip. Kayla and I did a field trip, I think. I'm trying to think what it was. What did I do, Kayla? What did I do? I had to take my dad to no, it was Thursday. No, it was Wednesday. Wednesday morning, I was getting ready because Kayla and I had to do a field trip. And then I had to go take my dad to the doctor like 30 minutes before the field trip was over to go get seeds implanted. That's what I did. See, it's coming to me. So Kayla and I did the field trip and I left. Kayla took the field trip to the creek and I got ready to take my dad to have the seeds implanted. So I jumped in the car, drove all the way to Birmingham, and he had the seeds implanted. And God love it. God love his soul. He was walking a little funny when he goes came out and he goes, Judy, is everything spinning? I said, no, it sure isn't. I said, but I think I need to hold your hand to go to the car. So I had to kind of hold him to the car, and God love him. He was going in and out. And what did I do Thursday? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got him home, got him in the bed, and then went and did animals. So then Thursday, I had a big field trip. Okay. So like there were 60 kids here, and I had to leave at 6:00 in the morning and leave Kayla and JC in charge of my field trip, which I did a video on it, but I didn't tell y'all the gory details in the video. Okay. But this is what happened. We get to the hospital. There's not a soul there but us, because we had to be there at 8:00 in the morning. And if you're not from Alabama, UAB is about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. And I had never been to Kirkland Clinic before. Like, it's been a minute. I've been there before, but it's been years. So I had to leave a little early because I had to fight 8:00 traffic because I didn't know what was going to happen with that. So I left here about 6 a.m., get to the doctor. They call us back there, and my dad's EKG is abnormal again. And so the doctor came in and he said, we're going to do an echocardiogram today, and we're not doing it till 10:30. And I'm thinking in my head, oh my gosh, we got to stay here all day, like all day. And so they did the echocardiogram. I had never seen that before. They put an IV in him and put medicine in him so they could see how, I guess, the blood went through his veins. I didn't know what was going on, to be honest with you. I had no idea what was going on. But in the meantime, at Sneed's farmhouse, a field trip's going on, and I'm at the doctor. Well, we do the echocardiogram, and the doctor said, I will call you on Friday. But if this echocardiogram comes back bad, he's not going to be able to have radiation right off. We're going to have to treat his heart right off. And I was like, oh, gosh. So we left We left the hospital, I'm going to say it was around 12 o'clock. So we got there before 8 and we didn't leave till after 12. And so both of us were starving to death. So my dad said, "Hey, can we go to Sonic to get a hot dog?" Sure, we'll go to Sonic. So I go to Sonic to get him a hot dog. We're sitting there eating the hot dog. Okay. And I look over at him and he's just stopped eating like half the hot dog. And he normally gobbles it down. And I was like, okay, back up a minute. Let me back up a minute. So my dad decided that he was not eating for 2 days before the procedure. So my dad hasn't ate in 2 days. When we got to the doctors, he had lost 6 pounds in 2 days. Okay. I have decided for my own mental health that when he does stuff like this, I'm just not going to fight him. Like, it makes sense to him why he's not eating for 2 days. And I just decided that there is some point in my life, I can't control it, right? I can only control myself. I tell you that all the time. You can't control other people. You can only control yourself. So I decided, okay, if he's going to starve himself for 2 days, he's going to starve himself for 2 days, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I just chose to let him starve himself. It was worrying me, and I was making sure that he was drinking, but that's what he chose to do, and I was going to let him do it. So he's starving to death, wanting the hot dog. So he eats half the hot dog, and he's just sitting like we're in the car because I drove up to Sonic because Sonic's not an eat in restaurant. So I just pulled in the parking lot, and we were eating. And I was eating cheese sticks, and we were eating nutritious lunch. I was eating cheese sticks. He was eating the hot. So he stops in the middle, and I'm like, what is he doing? I'm like, he's probably not hungry because he hasn't eaten 2 days. Like, like, I mean, he gets full quick. I said, what are you doing? And he just sits there and he's staring into space. And I'm like, what is he doing? And so I said, are you okay? And he said, no. I said, what's wrong? And he goes, and he's pointing right here. And I was like, what's wrong? And he goes, the hot dog stuck. And I was like, okay, if you've been following me for a while, my mother passed away choking on a hot dog. And he's telling me that the hot dog is stuck right here. And I am going into panic mode, right? And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, drink something. And he got a slush. And I said, no, drink my Coke. Drink this Coke. And he's drinking and nothing's coming out. And I'm thinking, okay, he's breathing. So like, what am I going to do? What do I call 911? Like, am I overreacting because my mother died choking on hot dog? Like, what am I doing? Next thing I know, I get out of the car because I'm like, you need to stand up. So I get out of the car to go to his side to help him and stand. He's had this anesthesia. And so I'm like, stand up. He is vomiting out the car window. And I'm thinking, oh, dear God, I'm grabbing my phone to dial 911. Okay, I've been at the hospital all day. So I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. I am in panic mode. And I'm grabbing my phone to dial 911. He's vomiting. There's no hot dog coming out as he's vomiting. So I'm in Warrior at Sonic having a panic. And I'm screaming for help. And by the time I get my phone out to dial 911, I realized that he goes, it's gone down. And I was, no, he said, I spit it up. And I'm like, no, there's no hot dog that you spit up. But I guess it went down, but it was lodged like right here. I'm like, okay, God, you say that I can't have too much on me, but really, like, I cannot deal with this. I'm shaking all over because I got PTSD of my mom choking on the hot dog, right? I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, are you okay? And he was like, yes, but he didn't finish his hot dog. So we get home and there's a bus in my driveway, right? Because there's a field trip going on. And I'm like this. I'm like, I can't handle all this. I cannot. So I get home, he goes inside, he's okay. I say hey to the kids because the kids are on the bus about to leave, and I'm just like a train wreck. I'm like, I am a train wreck. And I'm pretending like nothing's happened, and I'm just a total train wreck. So I get him home. The kids get goodbye, and Kayla and JC are there, and I'm like, y'all have no idea what just happened to me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so now let's move to Friday. So Friday, I'm expecting a phone call from the doctor, right? Because the doctor said, I will call you Friday. Well, it's 2:00. And I'm like, I've had no phone call. Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all get your protein? I'm drinking my Kool-Aid protein this morning. So anyway, Friday came, 2:00, and I'm like, that daggum doctor is not going to call me. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, he ain't gonna call. They're all POSs. And I'm like, surely he's not gonna make me wait all weekend for this. Surely. Like he's gonna call me. No. No, he didn't call. So Friday, I did not receive a phone call from the doctor. So I have no idea. And Shane was like, Judy, they're not gonna call you. It's Veterans Day. Like it's a veterans holiday. They're not gonna call you. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all are all telling each other what y'all do for a living. So let me just tell you right now. If you're a doctor, a nurse, physical therapist, anything in the medical field, do not set expectations for a family that you can't meet. Okay? Because here we are with cancer, aggressive cancer at that. And you're telling me that you're going to call on Friday. Okay, if for some reason you don't get the test results or you don't have time to read, if you tell the patients that have cancer that you're going to call on Friday, 100% going to call on Friday, you need to meet those expectations. So if you're in the medical field and you say that to your patient, especially a patient with cancer or a life-threatening disease or whatever, when you say you're going to call on Friday, you need to call on Friday even if you don't have the results. Because there is a daughter out here that is dealing with the erratic patient. Okay. And I got to go all weekend with this. Okay. So, like, just know that I know that you're busy and you see a lot of patients, but do not set expectations for a family that you can't meet. Okay. That was my soapbox. So, know that. Okay. So, anyway, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're going to call today and say he's fine. I hope that's the case. I hope they go, okay, he can have his radiation. Everything looks fantastic. But the rate we're going, that is not the case. But I'm going to think positive, and I'm going to believe that there is nothing wrong and we are going to be able to go forward. I do not know. I asked because they said that okay. I don't know. Maybe you medical people can tell us, but I don't know what an echocardiogram shows because I asked her, I said, does this show blockage? And she said, no. And I was like, then what are we doing? Like, what the heck are we doing? I'm not really sure. She said the echocardiogram can lead them to think something's blocked. But we already think that because the EKGs are coming back abnormal. So we already know there's some type of blockage. So I'm not really sure what this echocardiogram does. Maybe it's just the function of the heart. I don't know. But if it comes back positive, good, then we can like bypass this heart stuff and fix the blockage after his radiation. But if not, then we're going to fix the heart before we fix the cancer, which scares me because the cancer is aggressive. But the good thing about the prostate cancer is it's slow growing, from what they tell me. Even though it's aggressive, it's a slow grow because they said that if we did not have radiation, he would die in about 3 years. So it's not fast growing. So I think as far as the cancer goes, did I curl that? Does that look, it kind of looks curled. I'm not sure. I'll do it again. So I think we will be okay with the cancer if we have to treat the heart first. Heck, I don't know. It's like I'm fixed to add Nurse Judy to my resume. so, so anyway, so that's what has been going on. This weekend, I had a good weekend. I don't remember what I did. I don't have a clue. I think I did tours, but I'm not. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Friday, it rained. So my tours got canceled. And then Saturday, I just had one family that showed up. I don't know. That was weird. More people scheduled, but it was supposed to rain Saturday. But I had this beautiful couple from Huntsville, which is about an hour away, and they surprised. I don't know. I think it was their daughter. They surprised their daughter and came to Sneed's farmhouse. And she's not from Alabama. No, she's from Enterprise. Yes, she was from Enterprise, and she loves animals. So she got surprised. She had no idea she was coming here. And I'm just going to tell you, private tours are my favorite because we're not in a hurry. We can go, like, there's not, especially when there's adults, because there were no children. I'm going to say that girl was probably late teens or 20s. So it was fun. And so we got to really take our time and all that stuff. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, I don't want to talk about Sunday. Anyway, Sunday was a bad, I don't want to be negative, Nancy. Anyway, so today, let me tell you what I'm doing today. Today is my off day, but I think the people are supposed to be here at 8:30. But I decided for Christmas, I didn't ask permission from my husband. I just told him what we were doing. It was one of those, that's one of those things. I was just like, I'm just doing it. So I told you that I get in left field for during the holidays, And so I was like, what can I do for myself? So this is what I'm doing. I'm redoing my bedroom and bathroom. Sure enough. So I went and priced how much it would cost for granite. And I found, I didn't know if I could afford it or not. So what I did was I went to this granite place and I searched for, I hope I said remnants. So like they had just some extra granite over here to the side that they're not going to use. So they discount it like big time. So I was like, I wonder if that piece of granite would fit because it sure is pretty. So the guy said that he feels like the piece of granite, the remnant, because I don't think I can afford a whole slab. So he is coming this morning to measure for the granite to see if that remnant will fit, and he feels like it will. So that's happening this morning. And listen, I told Shane, I said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm redoing the bathroom and the bedroom. And he was like, okay. And I'm like, I ain't asking permission, Joker. It's happening. It's happening. But it's been needing to be done. We moved into this house, let's see, in 2019. We've never done one thing to the inside of this house. Now, granted, it is, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, I say we didn't. I'm sorry. We did do something. We painted the whole entire house when we moved in here. So because the colors did not match our scheme. So that's the only thing we did. So I'm starting with the bedroom, and this is what I'm doing. I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all may think this is ugly, but hear me out. Okay. My favorite color in the house, like on the walls, is navy blue and white. Okay. I love a navy blue bedroom. Okay. I just love it. Or either navy blue or a dark eggplant color. And I don't want it to be the color, like when you walk into the room, I don't want you to know it's purple. Like I want it to be dark, but I don't want it to be purple. I want it to be like more of a navy blue eggplant color. That's the color I'm going for in my bedroom. And I want shiplap on the back side of my wall. Okay, that is going to involve Shane. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put kind of a light color. My hair looks terrible. I'm going to put a light color flooring, like, because right now our tile is not, it's not tile, it's linoleum, and it's pulling apart. It looks like the people before us just slapped it down. It's those squares, and you know how they pull apart. It looks terrible. It looks terrible. The bad thing about is they put linoleum on top of linoleum. So we're going to have to scrape 2 things of linoleum off the floor. So anyway, I'm getting tile. I'm going to put a light color tile, and I'm getting new sinks. I'm getting new sinks simply because the sinks that are there, it's like the countertop and sinks built in one. So I have to get 2 sinks. So I'm getting granite. I'm getting tile. I'm painting our bedroom, and I don't know what else I'm going to do, but I need to do something for myself. Normally, I spoil myself with something like I don't normally do. Like, it's the first time I ever got Botox. I know that's a girly thing, but like I wouldn't normally do that. And I decided to do it to make myself feel better one Christmas, and I've stuck with it. So that's why I did it. But this year I'm like, what do I want to do for myself? I was like, I think it would make me feel good to be in a brand new bedroom. But that's what I'm doing. And I told Shane, I started off going, I started off going, I'm not gonna ask Shane to do it. First, I wasn't even gonna tell him because he's gonna go hunting. And I was like, I'm just gonna have this stuff done while he's gone hunting. And when he comes back, he's gonna go, what the heck? But then I got scared because I was thinking that's not very, like, I probably shouldn't include him. But see, this is going to sound so snotty. Okay, I'm just going to say it. It sounds snotty, and it probably is, but you women get me. But do you really care what he thinks, like, when it comes to colors? No, we've already made up our mind. So I just said, this is what I do to him. When there's something that I really, really want, and I don't care about his opinion, I go to him out of respect, and I say, look, give me your hands. I hold his hands. I'm like, I need you to love me for who I am. And he's like, oh God, Judy, what are you about to do? And I'm like, listen to me. I need you to trust me, and I need you to love me for who I am. I'm not going to get us in debt. I'm very smart when it comes to money, but I need you to trust me because this is going to add value to our house. Okay. Because if we ever sell our house, they're going to say there's granite throughout the house. Okay. That is a selling point. Okay. So I want you to I need you to trust me and understand that I'm not spending our money. I'm going to help make more money out of the money that we have. That's what I say. I'm like, you just need to trust me. You just need to trust me. And he does trust me. I'll just tell you this. When Shane and I decided to get married, okay, let me just tell you how Shane is. Shane would live in a pop-up tent in a park. He's done it. He lived in a tent for 3 months, and he doesn't live in the tent because he's broke. Shane is Shane is successful, okay? Shane lives in a tent because he thinks that's cool. Like, I'm not joking. This is what he did. He lived in a tent for 3 months, and he decided that he was not going to buy food. He was going to hunt he is a maniac, okay? He was going to hunt his food. So he's a welder. He was traveling. So he didn't want to pay for a hotel. Okay. So he went and pitched a tent, him and a friend, at a local park because it was like $30 for the week. Okay, Shane in his welding job, he gets what do you call it? Per diem. He gets per diem. So he's allowed, let's just say, $150 for a hotel. No, that joker ain't going to live in a hotel. He's going to pitch tent in a park. And he's not buying food. He's going to save all his money. Okay. He's an idiot. Y'all, he is hunting frogs. He's fishing. So he went and like he would get home from work and go get his tent, and him and his friend would go frog hunting. He is disgusting. He would go bullfrog hunting, and he would skin. I don't know what you do. Do you skin a frog? I'm not really sure how you cook a frog, but he would build a fire with sticks and stuff. Okay. He would build a fire, and he was that Boy Scout that started his fire with sticks. And he would hunt bullfrogs and eat them for supper. He is disgusting. He is straight up disgusting. But that's how he lived like that for 3 months. Okay? So Shane does not care what the inside of this house looks like. Okay? We would literally live in a tent, and he would be completely happy. Shane is not, he could live with nothing. He would be totally satisfied with no electricity. And he would be happy as a lark. Judy, on the other hand, I am not living in a tent eating bullfrogs. I am not doing it. So I have to remind him, I have to say, Shane, you did not marry a girl that's going to pitch a tent and eat bullfrogs. Okay. I love you with all my heart and I trust you, but I am not eating a daggum bullfrog. Okay. You're never going to get me to taste it. This is who you married. Okay. When I met Shane, the only t-shirts that I owned was t-shirts to go to the gym. I was a prissy girl. I wore heels and suits every single day. Okay. To work. I was frilly, frou-frou. I did not dress like this. I was always frilly. Like when I would go to the ballpark, like if my kids had a ball game, I was that girl that you could not stand that always dressed up to go to the ballpark. Okay. Like my makeup was on. I did not wear tennis shoes to the ballpark. I wore these cute heel sandals. Like I was I was I was the girl that was sitting in the stands that everybody like, why is she dressed like that? That was me. Okay. So Shane and I are total opposites. So when it comes to the inside of this house, he does not care. We could live with the same walls for 50 years and never paint them. He does not care. So I have to kind of go, dude, we're updating this house. So I have to grab him by the hand because I don't want to disrespect him. I don't want to go spend money that we don't have, or I don't want to be that wife that he can't trust with our finances. That Judy's just going to go blow our money. That's not me. I respect Shane. So I have to hold him by the hand and go, dude, you got to trust me. But let's back up. Let's back up. When Shane and I first got married, okay? I think I've told this story before, but I'm not really sure. But when we first got married, Shane lived in a darn camper. He lived in a camper, I think, for 3 years. He does not care, y'all. He does not care. He lived in a camper. Okay. Okay. And I said, when we decided to get married, I said, dude, I can't live in a camper. Like I will be like claustrophobic. I'm not living in a camper. And it's not that I think that I'm too good to live in a camper, because it was like when I would go stay with him it was so much fun to live in the campground because like you get to know your neighbors and stuff because they live in a camper and they travel all over the world and they're just debt free and they travel all over the world and they have these nice campers, right? Shane, I mean, Shane had a nice camper, but it ain't like he had one of those driving campers that were huge. Like, no, no. His camper was nice. Okay, but anyway, so when we decided to get married, I said, we have to buy a house. Like, we're buying a house. So we began to search for a house. And I'm just going to tell you that my husband is very thrifty. Okay. He is not, he's putting me on a serious budget. So he's like, Judy, you're going to get $150,000 at the beach. You have $150,000 to buy a house. So you have to stay in this limit, and we're in Gulf Shores. You go try to find $150,000 house in Gulf Shores. Okay. You can only imagine what the house is going to look like, right? It's like going to be a train wreck. So I began to look for a house, and I put too much foundation on. So I began to look for a house, and I found this house that looked like who'd have thunk it. Okay, like the I'm gonna set the picture for you. Okay, the ceiling when you walked in the house, the ceiling in the kitchen was like there was holes in the ceiling. Okay, the whole entire place you could barely walk to the house because it had no one had lived in this house in years. Okay, there was crap everywhere, everywhere, and when I could see this big picture, like, because it had a country front porch. I wish I had a picture of it. It had this country front porch, and it was cedar house, and it was on 5 or 6 acres, and it was in a decent neighborhood, but the daggum house was caving in, and it was my budget. It was 150,000. I was like, this is meant to be. So I drove down there. No, 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 nope. Back up. I'd not seen the house in person. I saw it on the internet, and I'm like, Shane, this is it. And he was like, okay, we'll sit because he's living down there. We're not married yet. I'm living in Alabaster. He's living in South Alabama. So he's like, call the real estate agent. I'll go look at it after work. And so he goes to see the house. He goes, Judy, the kitchen ceiling is literally caving in. I said, Shane, this is it. This is it. You've got to trust me. And he was like, Judy, this place is terrible. I'm like, Shane, we can fix it up. Like, this is it. You told me $150,000. I don't know if you've priced houses in Gulf Shores, but you are not getting a house for $150,000. This is it. He was like, this is awful. Okay, for Shane to say the house is awful, you know it is a train wreck. He's living in, like, he will live in a tent, right? So, like, for Shane to say this house is a train wreck is a train wreck, okay? So I said, Shane, go make an offer. Because all I was thinking is this is all we can afford. Because he was like, I'm not budging 150 and that is it. Okay. You go try to buy a $150,000 house. It's unheard of. So I was like, this is it. This is it. God has put this in our lap. This is the house I want. So he's like, so you really want me to make an offer on this? I said, yes, trust me. I need you to trust me. So that's the first time he ever heard me say, trust me. So he went and made an offer. And I think he offered 140 because Shane's going to lowball you. If Shane can save a penny, Shane's saving a penny. So he lowballed him and said 140 or something like that. And there were 10 offers that same day on that house. And I thought, oh, God, we lowballed him. There's no way we're going to get this house. There's no way. And so we got it. And I was like, yes. Okay. So then I go, wait a minute. Mm-mm. So he looked at the house. We made the offer. I drove down there the next day, and we didn't know if we had gotten the house. I literally walked around the property and prayed for hours. I was like, God, if this is it, it's it. if it's not it, please close the doors. But like, don't allow me to buy this house and it just fall to pieces. Like, if this is your will, God, I just pray that you let us win this bid. There's 10 people, but if it's not, just shut the doors. And I was praying. I mean, I walked the whole 6 acres and I'm praying and I'm praying and we got the house. So I was like, okay, this is meant to be. I'm feeling good about this. And Shane was like, this is a total train wreck. So we bought the house in October. So Shane lived in the house from October to June. I lived in Alabaster. So he lived in the house without me because we weren't married yet. And so the first thing Shane did was patch the dadgum kitchen ceiling. And he was like, what are we doing? I said, well, the first thing we do is put a fresh coat of paint on the ends. Wait, the carpet straight up had dog pee. There's dog poop, dog pee all in this house. It was I said, the first thing we do, I'm going to come down there and I'm going to help you rip this carpet out and we're going to start from there. Okay. So, little Miss Entrepreneur, okay, this is what I did. Because I'm like, I'm different from Shane. So Shane starts patching the ceiling. Meanwhile, my brother, that's in left field now, owned his own business. Well, he before these became really big, Kodiak cups or Yeti cups, before they came really big, my brother started selling these cups out of his store. Not this cup, but a cup. He started selling cups out of his store. He was like my dad. I used to call my dad Fred Sanford. My dad's name was Fred. And I used to say, you are Fred Sanford, because my dad would sell, like, all of a sudden he'd be selling paintings. Next thing you know, he's selling what are they called? Metal detectors. Next thing you know, he's selling daggum toys. The next thing you know, he's selling baby dolls. Like, my dad used to be Fred Sanford. That's who he was. He sold furniture and mattresses, but he would always he would go to the market in Atlanta and he would come home with crap and you were like, what are you doing? And my dad would make so much money because he could see things that other people couldn't see. And like, he would come home with these baby dolls and my stepmom would be like, what are you doing? I can make money off these. And he would literally make money off China baby dolls. Like, he was crazy. So my brother and I are a lot like my dad. Okay. So my brother started selling these cups and I said, hey, dude, let me sell them. And he was like, you want to sell these cups? I'm like, yes, I got to redo my house. Yes. Next thing you know, I'm selling these cups. Okay. I'm killing it. I started a Facebook page. I had more followers on my page than Kodiak, the people that made the cups. I had more followers on my page than they did on their page. So then we started doing fundraisers with the cups, with the schools. Like, I went big time. Well, to make a long story short, I did that to help pay for the house to be fixed. I literally paid for all the flooring in the entire house, selling Kodiak cups on the side. So Shane learned to trust me when it come to like finances. And to make a long story short, Shane and I invested I'm going to say we invested probably at least $40,000 to $50,000 in that house. Okay, so we paid $140,000. So basically we had $180,000 in that house. We get it all fixed. It is gorgeous. Like, we cleared the property. I laid down sod. I had like the whole it was all manicured. I had beautiful flowers everywhere. We put it was just, we redid the whole outside. We painted it. I'm going to post a picture of the before and after so you'll be able to see it. It was absolutely gorgeous. We get it all done. And then that joker comes home and says, I have a job offer in Decatur. Dude, we just finished our house. And he's like, we have a job offer in Decatur. And I'm like, is he kidding? Is he kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? And I was so just, I'm like, dude, we just finished our house. So to make a long story short, when we sold our house sold in one day. We more than doubled what we had in our house. And I looked at him, I'm like, how about that? How about them apples? You didn't want to buy this house because it was all caving in, but look what your wife did. We doubled our money. I almost said tripled. We doubled our money. So when it comes to stuff like that, he trusts me because I have planted the foundation for him to trust me. So when I told you he's not going to redo the house. Like we're going to have the same, he's that old person that has the same furniture since they were kids. That is Shane. Like right now he's driving me crazy because he bought these leather sofas 464 years ago. Okay. These leather sofas, like where you put your head on the sofa, for people having cheese ball heads, like the leather is starting to fade and I'm like, there's no way this is real leather, but you can't convince Shane that that's not real leather. I'm like, real leather is not gonna, when your cheese ball greasy bald head is laying on the back of the couch, it's not going to fade. And where his elbow and his cheese ball head is, his elbow's cheesy because it's rubbing the leather. And so I wanted to get new couches. And he's like, ain't nothing wrong with our couches. There's nothing wrong with them. And I'm like, dude, your cheese ball head is like fading the leather. There is nothing wrong with these couches. This is the difference in a man and a woman. This is a difference in a man that eats bullfrogs, that lives in a tent, and a woman that doesn't wear t-shirts. Okay? When they come together, there's issues because I'm like, dude, this is nasty. Like, I don't want people walking our house and see a cheese ball head that has been laying again. Nobody wants to sit on your side because your cheesy head has gotten rid of the leather. That's disgusting, Shane. And these couches work. There ain't people can sit on these couches. There ain't nothing wrong with these couches. So this is going to be one of those things. Like I'm going to have to slowly, like I'm going to redo the bedroom first. But I have to take him slow. Because he doesn't like to spend money. And it's not that I want to just blow our money. I don't. But I'm like, dude, we've lived here since 2019 and literally only painted. We've done nothing to upgrade. And I have to explain to Shane that a house is an investment. If you don't keep it updated with colors or like you're not going to maximize your money in real estate. You have to keep moving with the market. When the colors change, you have to update your house and change with the colors. Like right now, grays are big. Grays are big. Well, if you've got hunter green and burgundy walls, well, guess what? That is old school. No one wants to buy your house when you have burgundy walls. That was something of, let's see, the 90s. The 90s were big with hunter green and burgundy. That was the colors. Now it is grays and whites. Those are big. So if we have burgundy walls and we have to sell our house, you're not going to get the max. It is better to invest $50 worth of paint, $100 worth of paint, because you're going to get more money for your house when you have got it updated. See, that is the difference in someone that lives in a tent eating bullfrogs and someone that doesn't wear t-shirts. Okay. I see things differently from him. He's thinking in his head, there's nothing wrong with my couch. And I'm like, dude, you've got cheesy head. That cheese ball, grease, bald head is turning your leather. We need a new couch. Okay. I love him, don't get me wrong. I like his little cheese ball head. I love him to death, but I'm like, dude, the outside of this property is yours. You can do whatever you want. Whatever you because it drives me crazy because he gets on that daggum tractor and he starts clearing crap. And I'm like, why are you clearing this? I'm like, but the outside is his. I'm like, you do whatever you want. Whatever you want to build. If we're going to have buildings all over the daggum property, okay, go do it. But the inside of this house, you're going to have to trust me. And I do. I have to, like, I have to get him by the hand and go, Shane, remember when I doubled our money with that house? Yes. You have to trust me. Okay. I might spend, let's just say $800 on granite. Okay. Yes, that is a lot of money, but I'm here to tell you that if we find the perfect property, because we've been looking for property, okay, because we want our animals to have a bigger pasture. So, Shane, if we come across the perfect property, we have to be prepared to sell this house. Okay. So I'm going to turn your $800 into $1,600 by redoing our bathroom. So I need you to hold my hand, look at me in the eyes, and trust me. Okay. I have to do it with him. I have to trust him when he's like, I'm fixing to build this. I'm building a shop, Judy, because I'm gonna give you an education center. Why did it do that? That makes me laugh. Did y'all see the confetti? Anyway, he says it to me. Hey, I'm gonna build a shop, and I'm thinking in my head, we are gonna look so redneck. We're gonna have 45 buildings all over the property. This looks redneck. People, we got to add value. And he's like, I need you to trust me. And then he starts putting a daggum shower and bathroom into this building. And I'm like, dude, our house is right there. Why are you putting a shop? Why are you putting a bedroom into the shop? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And he's like, you got to love me for who I am. Judy, you've got to trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, dude, nobody wants an apartment in this shop when the house is literally right there. Judy, I'm going to make this money turn into money. So I have to trust him, but in return, he has to trust me. Listen, I'm not going to buy the couches anytime soon because I'm redoing the bathroom. We gonna have to take babies. He's attached to that couch. I don't know. Listen, are we in agreement? Are we all in agreement that real leather is not going to fade? Where your head's like where his head is this big. Real leather is not going to fade. Am I correct? Or do I not know what I'm talking about? I mean, maybe I don't, but I got to figure out how to talk him in to letting me buy a new couch eventually. But listen, we will be 85 years old with that couch. We will. If I let Shane make the decisions, we literally will be 85 years old and never have another couch because there is nothing wrong with that couch. It works. It's comfortable. It'll sit. It ain't comfortable. It's just. Do you and your husband do this? Do you and your husband like are y'all like total? You know how they say opposites attract? What time is it? Oh Lord, I'm running my mouth. Opposites attract. You know, and we do attract, but we're just I'm not living in a tent eating bullfrogs. And I have to, when he starts going, we don't need a couch. I'm like, dude, I'm not living in a tent eating bullfrogs. I'm not doing it. That's not who you married. That's what I have to start saying to him because he don't get it. He doesn't get it. He does not get it at all. And he makes me laugh because he's like that. I mean, how many people do you know that would live in a tent for 3 months and fish for, I don't guess you fish for, I don't know what you do. Do you catch bullfrogs or fish for them? I don't even know. But how many people would do that? Like if your company said, Sue, I'm going to give you $150 a day in addition to your salary for your food and for your hotel expense. And we're fixing to travel to Georgia where you don't live. And we're going to give you $150 a day for you to eat and for you to have a hotel. And you go, I'll just eat bullfrogs. I'll just save my $150 and I'll just eat bullfrogs and I'll just pinch it. I got a nice tent. My tent is so nice. I'll just live in this tent and save my $150 and eat bullfrogs. Who does that? Only my husband does that. I'm just here to tell you. And there's people that say that they would do that, but like after the first week, you're done. You are done with camping, right? I mean, 3 months is a long time to be eating bullfrogs. So if you think about you living in a tent, you've worked, because when they do shutdowns like that, they work 12, 14-hour days. So you imagine like working 12, 14 hours and then you got to go hunt for your food. And then you got to cook your bullfrogs and eat them. I mean, you think about it for just a minute. You're tired. You just work 14 hours. You're on your second month of this. At some point, you're like, dude, I'm just going to get a McDonald's cheeseburger. I'm not eating a bullfrog. Tonight is not the night. We have been working 14 hours the past 2 months. Tonight is a McDonald's cheeseburger. They gave us $150. Let's just go splurge and get us a cheeseburger from McDonald's. Shane ain't doing that. Shane is not doing that. He gonna hunt that bullfrog. And he might, if he's really hungry, he might find him 2 bullfrogs. He's nuts so. And you get this city girl that marries a country boy. And it's just like, I mean, I don't know. You just, oh Lord, I have to take him in small doses. God love him. I'm hurrying. I'm keeping y'all long. Sorry. Would you live in a tent and eat bullfrogs? Did I say that? Becky said she couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it overnight. There is no way in Hades that I'm going to catch a bullfrog and eat it. I'm not eating a bullfrog at a restaurant. More or less catch it and eat it. I am not doing that. But he said he ate bullfrog and he ate fish. He said that there was a like a little pond. There was a pond at the campground where he was staying, and he would catch fish, and then he would make his little campfire, and then what you need? Hey.
Since we ain't got nothing going on, I may ride to the mountain and get my mail.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Love you.
Love you. Be good. Shirley's coming to get his mail. I think he just needs to get out of the house. To this day, when I put my mascara on and I tilt my head back like this, it's like a faucet. It's disgusting. It's like a faucet goes off and it just starts running down my throat. And this is why I have, they said that I've been having a lot of ear infections over the past year. And I have a lot of fluid on my ears. And I can see why, because every time I tilt my head back, it's like a daggum water faucet just got turned on. It's disgusting. That was probably too much information. Okay. This week I have a big field trip on Thursday. So we have to pray to the good Lord above that this doctor does not call and say that we have to have something on Thursday, because I do not know what I'm going to do if that happens. No, the field trip is Wednesday. They've been here before. They came last year, and it's a local. I don't get a lot of local field trips because locals, I live in Coleman is more of kind of a rural. It's getting where it's not, but it's more of a rural area. So kids around here are used to chickens and cows and donkeys. Like, it's not a big deal to them. So they don't really want to come to a field trip like this. So when I do have someone local, it means a lot to me. I don't know where this Anastasia. I use lip liner for lipstick. I'm a weirdo. All right, that's as good as it's going to get. That's as good as it's going to get. All right. Thanks for joining me. Do not go pitch a fit. Do not go pitch a tent. And eat bullfrogs, okay? And I'm just going to tell you that if you have any ideas on what I need to do to get a new couch, I'm not getting a couch for another year or so. I'm not doing it immediately. I'm not doing that. I was thinking about, what if I buy it myself and pay for it myself? Like, I do something extra. I don't know what. What else could I do? But maybe if I say, I paid for this myself. It just came to me. I have the best idea. What if I start saying, these couches would look so good in your new apartment, in your man cave? You and your, like, the cheese ball thing that's on your, it blends in with the walls. What if I say, I really think that you should move these brand new leather sofas, because he thinks they're brand new, and he's had, like, I've been in his life 9 years and he had them before me. Okay, but they're still brand new to him. So what if I say, dude, these brand new sofas that you bought would look so good in your apartment? I am brilliant. I am so brilliant. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell him that I need to put some earrings on. I'm going to put on my Penny Lane earrings to go with my Penny Lane shirt. Thank you, Carol, for my Penny Lane earrings. Oh no. The things broke off, Carol, and I didn't notice it. Dadgummit. I wonder if they can be fixed. Well, I can only wear one. Dadgummit. It's broke. Oh well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to approach him and go, listen, yesterday I said something about putting this piece of furniture that's at my dad's house in his apartment. He goes, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. He goes, why are you decorating my man cave? I don't know. I just thought you didn't know what you were doing, maybe. I don't know. Because you don't know how to decorate? Because you're a man? I'm sorry. Anyway, so he told me that I had to be off limits. So I'm afraid. Tim, what if you tell him, hey, those leather sofas that Judy showed him, those would look so, maybe if it comes from a man and not from me, that he would go for it. Carol, I don't know if it's in here. I don't know if it came like that because I think I've worn these. No, I didn't wear these. I haven't worn these yet. Carol, my earring is broke. Can we get our money back? Dadgummit. I guess I'll wear Penny Lane and a llama. Or an alpaca. Can I wear 2 earrings? So, Tim, I need you to come and tell Shane that these leather sofas would look fantastic. Does that look tacky because I have Penny Lane and Rio? Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I had fun with you this morning. I have to tell you that I was in a sort of bad mood when I started this. When I went and made my online thing last night, you know how you have to create the online. I was like, I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. And Haley and I went live. No, we recorded last night. And I was like, Haley, I can't do this. So I was really feeling like I could not go live today. And you see how you encouraged me to dance. You see how this is not one-sided because you got me through it. I had no idea what I was talking about today. I was like having anxiety to hit the live button, but you got me through it. Thank you. All right, you get 2 choices. You could sit it out like me, or you can go dance like you. And today you encouraged me to dance. And I hope that as Monday comes, it's always a hard time, especially when you have to get, you could possibly get bad news from the doctor. I was reading my devotion this morning and it was talking about God has a plan for us and he does. And at the end of the day, we have to remember that we're going through things for a reason. I encourage you that when you're going through hard times with your spouse or with a medical diagnosis or whatever you're going through it for a reason. So instead of focusing on the negative, I want you to dance and find your blessings. What are you learning from this? What are you trying to gain? Are you supposed to be helping someone else? Like you're in pain? Okay, well, are you supposed to be helping someone else to get through their pain? There's a reason why you go. God has a reason why we go through everything. And encouraging each other to dance helps us to remember that God is in control at the end of the day. And believe it or not, you're going through something for a blessing. So I want you to find your blessing today. I love you guys. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.